What's the word still?
Sure, man, I'm cooling, dog. Yeah, we got a whole lot of stuff on the topic tonight. We should be good. You put the stuff in the chat yet?
Yeah, I put the link in the chat.
You put the link in the chat already. Hell yeah. Yeah, I gotta had a few things that we could shoot the topic on, you know what I'm talking about?
For sure, man. How you been, Snoop?
So I'm all gravy, man. I was like I said, I was cutting up in that on that Bourbon Street in New Orleans
Oh
a
yeah,
couple weekends ago right here.
oh yeah, I was. Man, I ain't never been to New Orleans.
You say, huh?
I ain't never been to New Orleans before.
Oh yeah, that shit all the way live, bro. Oh, Bourbon Street, dog. You got to do it. You got anything on planet, you got to do bourbon.
Hell yeah, I've been to Memphis though, but I ain't never been that far down south.
Yeah, man, dog. Oh yeah, but so one of the topics I wanted to shoot on. Well, I mean, but we need Bantu ass, dog. Man, so I'm
Yeah,
catching them
yeah,
fools.
yeah. You gonna be coming over this motherfucker for sure.
You know, Congo Bantu,
Chicago band too. Who you talking about?
Arizona, Cali Bantu.
Oh, you talking about Cali band too. You said Chicago.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You come on, big bro.
yeah. He dog. So let me. I'm gonna go off of my camera and whatnot, but yeah, that's what you think about the Arabia. I heard Wavy say it's the 50-50 shit. And
About
then I
what?
heard Bantu co-sign the shit saying talking about Arabia, Arab niggas in Africa. And I'm like, why the fuck do y'all keep putting Arab niggas in Africa?
Well, like, oh, what was this? Like, oh, this was like a while back or so.
Nah, nigga, this was just on the last podcast him and Wavy did, nigga. They just did this shit like a couple days ago, nigga.
I was trying to like in and out that motherfucker. Really wasn't like paying attention.
But he talking about Arabia in
What
in
Arabia?
Africa.
Like the actual country, Arabia in Africa or something like that.
No, Arabs in Africa.
Now probably yeah.
But in the beginning, it was all Africa. It was black. It wasn't no
Yeah,
Arabs
it was
running
all,
around that bitch.
it was
It
all black.
was niggas. It was all black, dog. And I can't believe them fools said that shit. And then he gonna co-sign that shit and agree with it. I'm like, Bandu, why the fuck would you agree to that shit?
I don't think he probably was I don't think he probably was agreeing with Wade. I think he was probably like saying that Arab, not to try to say that, you know what I mean, to kind of defend to just be a Bantu, but no, like I can understand what the brother's saying, but I could see like him not saying like, okay, it was Arab there before Africans and shit like that. You get what I'm, but he probably be trying to say that the first Arab is black, right? And but then they intermingle with white people. You get what I'm saying? So you got the mixed breed Arab today. So
You would
I
have
try
to
to
say that shit. You would
yeah, so
have to
I can
say
say
it's Afro first. It's always Afro
yeah.
first.
Then they intermingle with the white people. Then that's how we got the mixed breed Arab today.
And just like Afro Spaniard, just like an Afro Spaniard. That's niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. But I don't know why the fuck they trying to say Arab in Africa. I'm like, dog, stop putting all these fucking extra people in Africa, dog. Stop doing it. Like, man, like don't put Arabs in Africa like that, dog. Them niggas come way the fuck later. Don't just
Yeah,
place them niggas in Africa like that.
yeah. The Arab is like a more modern term anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like an actual term that our ancestors was calling themselves. Oh, we Arabs. You know what I'm saying?
And then even even way before Israel, that was all considered Africa.
Hell yeah, it was Northeast Africa.
You know
It
what I'm
was just,
saying? So
it
that's
was just
another thing.
it was the northeastern. Not to cut you out. It was just the northeastern part of Kemet. That's it. But I don't know. Hey, wait, my brother. I fuck with for sure. You know what I'm saying? That's bro. Everybody got their own. You know what I mean? Their own thing. You know, bro. Believe in um, evolution. You know what I mean? He got a whole strong theory on evolution. You get what I'm saying?
What you think
Uh,
about? I also want to talk about no, but keep going now. Keep going.
no, but yeah, other than that shit, I fuck with both. You know what I mean? Like, but evolution is not something I promote or anything like that. But you know what I mean? But what they were saying was about the Arabs and shit. That's some shit I'd probably be like, okay, yeah, they was mixed. You know what I mean? Now, but before then, the original herbs was black, and they never called themselves herbs. So, like, I can see where Bro Bantu was heading with it. You know what I mean?
If my Bible say Black Moors, your Bible say Ethiopia, another Bible say Africa, another Bible say Egypt. Come on now.
You see that in Calabasas, bro. You know what I'm
They
saying? Like,
letting everybody know, dog, it's just black, it's land of black, period, dog, regardless how you cut the fucking pie.
exactly. You know what I mean?
It's been like
Like,
that. My book, Geneva Bible say Black Moors, and King James say Ethiopian. Like
exactly,
all
bro.
this shit is, you feel me? Another Bible gonna say
So,
Africa.
so like when I tell like that, like I was just having a dialogue with the Hebrew Israelite brother before I came to the podcast, and we was having a little dialogue and shit. He was talking about uh how the Jews and shit were black and shit like that, and I was trying to get him to understand. Well, if you just identifying the Jews as just black people and using the color to identify a race or a nationality of a country of people that live within that country, then that means you. That means we can specific. What's that word? Specify, right? We can specify every black race as Hebrew Israelites. You get what I'm saying? No matter if you're Ethiopian, no matter if you're a Sudanian, you know what I mean? No matter if you're a black Philippine, you know what I mean? Any black person can be a Hebrew Israelite since we're now identifying black as a race. You get what I'm saying?
That part.
So that's when they fuck up and be like, nah, every black person not a Hebrew Israelite. Well, you just said the Jews was black. So when you said Jews, you speaking as a whole. You get what I'm saying? And then they'll try to say, no, I wasn't saying that. I was just saying the 12 tribes. Yeah, the 12 tribes are Jews. So all the Jews will be black, which means that every black race in the world will be considered a Jew because we black people are Jews because we're using black as an ethnicity now. Then they be like, well, if you look at the application, it says black/African American. I say, well, that's how they divided you from your African roots by saying, well, you're a black person and you're not as these other black people over here. They just African people. They different from you.
And then they
Not
put
knowing
black on it.
exactly, bro. You see, you gotta read between the lines how they try to divide the African people by color. You get what I'm saying? Well, that's why if you go in Africa today, they don't consider African Americans or the African diaspora to be African. You know what I mean? Because of the simple fact that we identify as black people and we don't identify as our tribal that we came from over there. You get what I'm saying? So they looking at us like them just unlearned, uneducated ass niggas who just believe the white man and believe whatever the fuck the white man says. It's no different from, Africans on the continent today that believe in Jesus or promote the Bible and believe that they're Hebrew Israelites. You know what I mean? So it's no different from that. So I could totally understand about these Bibles and shit, how this shit is manipulating the minds of the people, you know what I mean?
That part.
That shit have you thinking it's some bullshit, man. I'm telling you. That shit ain't.
What
We
you think
always
about the
talk
6 days of creation?
I mean, once you look at the 6 days of creation, right? 6 days of creation, you can find in many different cultures, many different ancient histories amongst different tribes of people. You get what I'm saying? So,
Well, you got to think about it like this. How long was a day back then? How long did a day
well,
last back then?
so back then, according to like the Bible, if you were to go off like religion tactics, you get what I'm saying? A day would be 1,000 years. You get what
That
I'm
part.
saying?
That part.
That,
That
that's,
part.
that's like religion tactics if you were to look at it at a religion standpoint, right? But if you look at it in reality, as in reality in a whole, it's only 24 hours within a day.
Right.
You know what I mean? I look at reality and pass from religion thoughts. You know what I mean? Because it just say in the Bible that according to the Bible, it says a day, one day is 1,000 years to the Creator in the Bible. I think that's in the book of Hebrews. It's in the book of Hebrews, I think. You get what I'm saying? It say
Yeah.
one day is 1,000 years to God. So if it took him 7 days to create everything, you're gonna need it took him 7,000 years to create
That
everything.
part.
So it took your creator that long just to create something. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't. It shouldn't have to take a creator 1,000 years just to create heaven and earth. You feel me? If you're a true
How you
creator,
figure that? If
if
it's
you're
all
a true,
intelligent design, it's gonna take some time.
yeah, if you're a true creator, it wouldn't take you that long. You should be able to go ahead and put this shit up because it should be just a thought that's in your head. It's like, okay, boom.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and start this shit out like the Bible says, like where they try to use it and say, well, God said, in the beginning there was the word, right? In the
Right.
beginning there was the word. So they try to say that, well, if you read in scripture, the words that he spoke out of his mouth came into creation. So it was just a thought being spoken, right? It wasn't nothing that he designed. He just sat on his throne and like, okay, let me design this out, like how we'll do today in reality. You get what I'm saying? We got to skit something first, and then once we skit it, we draw the real shit. It's like going to the studio and dropping a rough draft. You know what I mean? You drop the rough draft, and after that, it don't sound right. You drop another rough draft. And then you're like, okay, that
Okay.
sounds good. Now you drop the real shit right after the rough draft. Then you got to put all the mixes and shit together. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's how you could look at the creation story. You get what I'm
Huh.
saying? Like you going to the studio to drop some fucking music. You get what I'm saying? Either it's gonna be good or it's gonna be bad. One or two.
That part.
You know what I mean? And they got it took them 7,000 years, but it was a thought process because all he said was, "Let there be light," and there was light. It was just a thought process, bro. You feel me? If you really look at it, it's like with us. You feel me? We say go cut the light on. They go cut it
Yeah.
on. It's a thought. It's a thought process. It's based off the consciousness. See that's me, bro. I'm like more of a consciousness person. You get what I'm saying? So I lean more to consciousness. You know what I mean? I lean more to like consciousness and like reality and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like I do believe in the Bible somewhat to some standpoint, or it's like the consciousness part. You know what I mean? Like when Jacob wrestled with his inner self, like he wasn't wrestling with an actual spirit, like a lot of people be trying to say that Jacob was wrestling with an actual spirit. And I was like, well, he wasn't wrestling with a spirit. You hear me? He was wrestling with his inner self because if you read in the Bible, it says that the Bible God lives within you and you don't live outside of you. That's why it says if they tell you heaven is in the sky, the birds will make it to heaven before you. If
Okay. Now
they
let me
say,
ask you this. Let me ask you this. If if the animals are made to hunt and eat each other, right? The animals live off of eating each other.
yeah,
So we know we got
yeah.
killing for sure.
We can't say all animals live off eating each other because you got some animals that are vegetarian.
But we're really not meat eaters. We're really supposed to live off the plants.
Yeah, that's how we really connect to our inner self by eating more healthier, you know what I mean, doing healthier shit, connecting more to nature. You know what I mean? Like our ancestors, you go to Africa today, that's why a lot of Hebrew Israelites today or a lot of people today make fun of Africans today, because these motherfuckers don't walk around with shoes. They don't walk around with socks. They connecting themselves to the nature, to the ground. You
You
get what I'm
sure right.
saying?
Sure
That
right.
that
For real.
that's how
They make me
that's
fun
how
of it.
that's the shit I believe in. That's how our ancestors used to be back in the day. They was connected to the universe. They was connected to the laws of the universe, not the laws of man, not the laws of the Bible, the laws of nature, the laws of the universe. They was
Dropping
connected
bombs.
to that shit. You feel me?
Cooking right now.
For real, man. They came. I'm telling you, bro. These white motherfuckers came and seen us. They make fun of us and create motherfucking commercials and shit about us and shit, saying that we our people in Africa homeless. Donate 5 cents or 1 cent to get them a bag of rice. I'm pretty sure you be seeing them commercials and shit, don't you? Like, yeah, there's commercials, but it's on PBS. You know what I mean? It be on PBS, it be on Channel 11, CW, all that shit. You know what I mean? Fox. I don't know if you got Fox out there where you at, but we got Fox down here. We got CBS. You get what I'm saying? We got ABC. We got all that shit. You know what I mean? All that shit be showing on commercials. And see, they show the bad part, but they're not going to show you the fertile part. They're only going to show you a part where they didn't been to, they didn't conquered already. They didn't damn near milked all they didn't milked all the neutrals and resources out of the land, and them people over there struggling. So they show you the part where they didn't conquered and destroyed, but they're not going to show you the fertile parts of the land. They're not going to show you where. They're not going to show you the areas where we was living like kings and queens. They're only going to show you areas that they know that it's the poorest area. It's like coming to America, and you come to America. I'm for to go to the poorest area and see where the poorest people live at. You're gonna go up there to Flint, Michigan. Why? They don't have any water up there. They have no food supply. You get what I'm saying? We got to go over there and drop them off food supplies. We got to go over there and drop them off bottles of water damn near every day because their water been out for 10, 20 years because the government don't want to pay to get them clean water. You feel me? So people from different countries that come over here and do the same shit and be like, well, let me go make a documentary about America. You know what I mean? Get a passport, come here and see the poorest country or the poorest city. I mean, not poorest country, but the poorest city in America, poorest state in America, the lowest state of income that people receive, or let's go to the poorest black community. You get what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Yeah,
you know, it's the same shit that these Europeans over here in America do. They go over there and they show the worstest parts and be like, oh, you don't want to come and live over here because they living like this. You feel me? Why? Because they know if we leave here and we go back over there, they no longer going to be in power anymore.
Well, no longer going to have all went back to Africa. America will be fucked, so they won't be getting that extra money that they get from the black dollar.
Exactly, man. Exactly. See, a lot of motherfuckers don't know the first black president. The first president was black. Obama won the first president, the first black president. Look on the back of the $2 bill. If you ever look on the back of the $2 bill, you'll see that he was the first black president, bro.
We had a couple black presidents. Yeah,
exactly, bro. That's why I tell my folks, Obama won the first. Obama first president. No, he wasn't, but y'all niggas just lost y'all history.
He was half on top of that. He was half white too. It wasn't like he was just had two black parents. Nigga had a white parent too. They tend to forget that shit.
That's what a lot of African Americans too are fucked up because they just like the white motherfuckers. You hear me? Hebrew Israelites, they just like these Europeans that teach our kids in elementary school, through middle school and high school and college, through social studies on our history and where it started at. You get what I'm saying? So Hebrews be like, well, we were slaves. You just like the fucking social study teacher. When I go in there in 6th period and he got the fucking slave on the fucking portal screen. He's showing us, this is where your history started. It started right here with the slave when we came in and doing it.
All the voting chains and shit. Like, that ain't how it started at all.
Exactly. They not gonna show you the real shit when they first came and the shit that they seen, and it was like, damn, these niggas living like God. They living like kings and queens. These niggas walk around with abundance of gold on them. You see how these niggas walk around with some big ass hands on their neck? We been walking around with this shit. Our ancestors been had gold and shit in their mouth. You get what I'm saying? They been had gold plates in their mouth, real gold, no fake shit. This shit you walk on the land and you can just walk into and see a piece of gold on the ground. Damn, this shit is in abundance. Let's conquer Africa. And then we're gonna take them over here. Because these some strong ass black motherfuckers over here, these niggas big, strong, bronze, cocky as a motherfucker. They can lift a bull. Put his ass over there and come to my mama. Yeah, I'll tell you, bro. Who you think built this motherfucker? We did. You feel me?
Real talk, man.
We built it because they think how we built our shit in Africa. We built our kingdoms. We built walls around our shit. They looking like, damn, Europeans couldn't do that shit. They was living in Carthage Mountains, man. You feel me? They was living in the mountains and shit up there. You see me? I believe in Neanderthals and Homo sapiens, but that evolution shit like that, we evolved in that shit. I believe like Homo sapiens and Neanderthals, the way they design it today, I believe like they look like actual me and you. You feel me? That's how I believe how like Homo sapien will look like me and you today. It won't look like no motherfucking ape walking around how they design it to be today. No, bro, no.
We
That's
can't
not
even fuck with their design, and we can't even fuck with their architectural work. We
that's
can't
not
even fuck with their type of technology
that's not
building.
even
So we can't
that's some
even
shit that they didn't
start to
create.
say that.
Exactly, bro. That's all Don did, bro. That white dude, that's all he did. He think that chimpanzee and looked at it. He looked at a black man, and that's all that he said was this black man. He come from this chimpanzee right here. They got a
Yeah,
book
he's
out
done
called,
nothing
bro.
but
Look, they have a book
say
called The Negro the Beast. I said this book. Look, this book right here destroys evolution alone. This book right here destroys evolution alone, but it's called The Negro the Beast. Bantu Ben Congo know about this book. Brother Bantu Ben, he know about this book. That's why brother never he don't because he know what he got can destroy evolution just like what I got. That's why I just let people just talk about the evolution. You know, yeah, we come from now, huh? Long as you don't come to me and approach me about it, then now I gotta defend it. You feel me? So like they got a book, right? It's an old ancient book. It's called the Negro the Beast, right? And the reason why they call the Negro the beast, right? Because they consider us not human beings and they consider us to be a different species. And that we did not come from the son of Ham, and that Ham was an actual human being. And that we didn't come from Ham, but we came from some type of different species. And the species was that chimpanzee that Darwin guy had. He had a Negro girl, a young Negro girl, bro, and he had a fucking chimpanzee, and he was studying the Negro girl. He was studying the traits of the Negro girl, how she moved. I remind you, but this is a 2-year-old girl he's studying. It ain't like this is a fucking adult. You know what I mean? He's studying
yeah,
a 2-year-old girl, bro. So of course, a 2-year-old girl is gonna have a kid mindset. You know what I mean? So if he's studying the 2-year-old girl, you see that 2-year-old girl had the same traits as the chimpanzee. You get what I'm saying? So the chimpanzees
well,
walking on fours and shit. So the little girl start walking on fours. I remind you, she's 2 years old. She's only doing what she sees. So now he's like, okay, now we got evidence now to say and label the Negro comes from the chimpanzee. We now have the evidence. Why? Because we actually sat down and studied a 2-year-old from Africa, and we studied the chimpanzee both, and we seen that both of them had the same traits. You get the same traits. You feel me? Both of them walk the same. No, she's walking because why she see this chimpanzee walking on all fours. It's like today. It's like today. If you're in front of a 3-year-old baby, bro, and you say bitch, the 3-year-old baby gonna say bitch.
that part.
It's only doing what it sees.
And then
You
not
know
to
what I mean?
mention, they never found out Jesus' body, right?
Exactly.
And he died. What 3 days after they didn't have. What is it? He died. And they didn't like where the body at. They didn't burn him.
They John say that he still was. Tom say he faked his death.
Like, they got some
John,
shit.
John say he faked his death. But that's mainly what evolution go off of. But that's mainly where everybody go to. They go to Darwin. But that's easy to debunk, bro. You see how I debunk dude easy in the back chat, bro. Yeah, it's easy, yo. Because if we come from if we evolve from chimpanzees, bro, then that means every tradition should be talking about evolution, and they shouldn't be worshiping gods. They should be worshiping deity. You get what I'm saying?
It would be the same evolution story for everybody. First off, too.
That means, bro, that means the evolution story will start in the book of Genesis, and a lot of Hebrews deny that. Because if evolution is real, then that means evolution will start in the beginning of Genesis, and then Adam will be considered a Homo sapien. which would put
I
him
mean,
in Africa
they
still.
wasn't even holding garden though.
They would still put him in Africa still. So that means you still African.
Just like the disciples. That wasn't all the disciples, was it? It was more than just 12 disciples.
Man, look, the guy had, I don't know, that man had the apostles, he had disciples, he had messengers. This man had so many motherfuckers. And got killed by him.
Go
I
ahead.
tell motherfuckers, it's like being a creator, bro. And you create human beings, and you come down to tell your human beings, woo woo woo, and they turn around and kill you.
Turn around, and then you fleeing. Then you steady getting chased too. You steady on the run.
Oh my mom. Oh my mom, like he like he done cut off his leg monitor or some shit. Yeah. Oh my
Hey man,
mom.
hey, do you ever watch African movies?
African Tubi?
African movies.
Yeah. I watch a lot of African movies.
Yeah, I fucks with them too, dog. They got this new one out called God. It's on Netflix, I believe.
Called GOG? G-O-G?
GAA.
Oh, okay. I thought it was D-O-G. I'm gonna check that out then. You said God.
Trust me, nigga. They African, so it sounds just like God. Like when they die, you gotta watch. They call this fool my lord. Like this nigga got powers. This nigga pull out the Emperor's bow. You know about the Emperor's bow?
I heard about it.
That was in the movie The Immortals or whatnot.
Okay.
And where they had the Emperor's bow, and I think Zeus and one of the guys was a godly weapon or whatever. I guess left on Earth or some shit like that. And only the like gods and deities and demigods can fuck with it. But this nigga's like God though, kind of type shit. They got this nigga. Yeah, you gotta check it out, dog. I don't want to give you all the shit, but it's called God. GAA. You know what I'm saying? It takes place. These niggas, yeah, dog, like these, but it's also so it's supposedly is the backstory to the Dahomey land in Africa.
What'd you say? My fault.
The Empire of Dahomey.
Are you talking about the women and shit?
Thing. Yeah, from Africa.
Well, yeah, the women warriors.
Nah, well, Dahomey, that was the women, that part too, all that shit.
Yeah, their kingdom was they had a king though.
Yeah, that's what the movie about. The movie is about their kingdom.
Yeah, they had a king.
Yeah, they did because they was strong. Hell, Dahomey was down there bowing down on them food to the Oyo at first for years.
So they were using women. They were using Amazon women as their warriors.
That part.
Then women was fucking their ass up until the French got smart. And if you notice too, they were selling motherfuckers too in the slave trade. Everybody was trading everybody.
That part. Come on now. You know
I mean?
Like we ain't even talking about the island motherfuckers. Yeah, you're not even talking about the motherfuckers that was on the island and them niggas rolled up on the island and just snatched all them niggas up. You don't know where the fuck them niggas ended up at.
Snatched them niggas up fast. They blindsided them niggas. Them niggas ain't even see it coming.
That was just a footnote. That wasn't even like a full on, like, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't even go there. They were just on the way and pulled up on the and saw some people like no slaves. Well, I'm gonna pick up some fruit and some slaves. I'm here.
They're like pulling up to the gas station. Let me stop right here and get some gas real quick. And you see one of your eyes and be like, God, what the fuck? It stops her on the humbug, man. Picked up an extra gas. See, we done caught a whole tribe.
Like if you just like, especially once they got on the seas. Once they got on the seas and got them boats to going, I guess after the isolation or maybe after all the foot travel, you know what I'm saying? Or even in the midst, that's the thing. We don't know shit. Because these motherfuckers is pulling materials from different areas of the fucking planet.
Yeah.
What the shit is that? So so you talking about transport, goods and supplies, you know what I'm saying, early on. You know what I'm saying? You talking about schematics early on. and shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
Like,
Damn right.
and then you gotta think about it before that. It's like it took time to like, even if you talking about, okay, if we are talking about a high priest, well, hell, who schooled the first high priest type shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, how long did it take for them niggas to learn or even come up with the shit? If we started from nothing, you know what I'm saying? Niggas just act like they forget all about trial and error.
Right. He said,
You know what I'm saying? Like, if ain't nobody like, and we got motherfucking monuments, we got fucking statues, we got fucking big ass buildings, architectural shit that's still fucking standing,
yeah, on me. You.
that's still standing, made from materials. Broad, you got granite carved out fucking granite, smooth, perfect dimensions. You got perfect cuts. You got diamond drilling. Like, come on, man, they need to cut that shit out. They just need to stop it. Like,
Them
not to
motherfuckers
mention you
taking
got the
off.
medicine.
Hell yeah, where you think they got that shit from?
Like, not and hold up, let's not even forget they had the surgery. Niggas was doing surgeries back then too, right? Heart
Hell yeah.
transplant,
I was definitely
amputation.
kidney
Yeah,
transplant, bone
like
marrow transplant.
they was doing shit. Like, they still are leading in brain surgery. Like, they was doing shit back then, and
Bro,
that's way the fuck back.
you could find that shit done in BC. You get one in BC time. You know what I mean? See, that's why a lot of Egyptologists motherfuckers try to demonize Kemet and try to say that Kemet always been white. You feel me? Due to the fact that they are starting with the history of Alexander the Great when he took over Kemet, and all those Africans fled deeper into the fertile parts of Africa. That's why we're able to find all these pyramids all through West and South and Central Africa today, in South Africa today, because of the simple fact of them building these motherfucking pyramids to stay connected to to their inner selves and to the different realms and to the shit that they was practicing. You get what I'm saying? So man, this shit, hey, what you were saying, bro, I totally agree with that. You get what I'm saying? The motherfuckers was doing massive shit back then, man. Shit, that's why a lot of motherfuckers say that Kemet was an ancient advanced civilization. They was to the point where they was more advanced. They say they was more advanced than we are today. You get why?
Fucking water, you know what I'm saying? Going through water routes and shit, like agriculture, every like on a whole nother level, dog.
Man, look, this is shit. Look, this shit like that. I fuck with Wavy, but shit like that, Wavy won't believe in. He'll believe that our ancestors got it wrong, but our ancestors never had it wrong. They always,
he needs to stop playing Arab and 50-50. It was black. Africa was black. The world was black. It was just black, man. Like, you got Blackfoot tribe in America. Like, it's black. You got black Asians. You got, black Indian. Like, it's black. They only showing you the light skinned motherfuckers. That's the problem.
He got to understand the reason why these people became white. You feel me? They weren't just white off because they was white. No, they was white because they hid from the sunlight. These motherfuckers was hiding in caves.
Dog, the fucking Moors, the term Moor gives it away. They can't weasel out of that term. Not to mention, in the Geneva Bible, it says black Moor. And then not to mention, then that also is a term for all Africans, all black people. Regardless where the fuck you at, they'll call your ass a Moor, just like we got the Roman Moors. You got the China Moor, like you got the motherfuckers all over the place, dog. Like, it's fucking
black. Yeah, all black. It's black everywhere. Every white person got some black person, some black in them.
If the scholars in the Geneva Bible got it, it literally reads black Moor. And then they changed it up later to Ethiopian, and we all know Ethiopians are black. Like, still all the same.
Because they let you know that those are black people. That's why in the Bible it
Yeah.
says that if see a lot of people fuck up and don't want to accept that,
Like I'm like, I don't know why they can't acknowledge it. And then like Doc, and
accept
then
that their
the
guy
feds
is
had
from
the
that
closing,
they from
all that stuff.
they from see this where Hebrews don't make sense to me. You feel me? If the Chinese come from Japheth, right, and the Chinese people are white today, and Ham and Shem are black people, how did they come about? How did Ham? I'm not Ham, but how did the fuck Japheth come out to be the Chinese all white, and Esau come out to be all white, but Jacob was black? So then they try to say, well, the term albino, and I said, well, albino don't consider you black. I mean, don't consider you white. You're still
That part.
identified. You still identified as an African. We got albinos today in Africa today,
In
born and
Africa.
raised in Africa. Ain't never
Yeah.
been mixed. Ain't never had an intermingled or been. I'm talking about full blown African. And
But that shows we can
albino.
make our colors though. See that just means we can make our
exactly.
colors.
We could make that shit ourselves.
Like they
it's
rule it
just-
out like we can't, but we know we can. Like we got it right there, and they look
Exactly.
like we can't do it.
It's just the white people, bro. They just albino.
That part, like on a watered down something percentage.
That's it. It's just they got lack. They just lack of melanin. That's it. They albino with lack of melanin. With
And they
lack of
say
melanin.
their hair coils in the 6, our hair coils in the 9 to be kinetic to the land, to the sun, to absorb energy from the sunlight, right?
Hell yeah.
And then our skin also absorbs it too.
That's why they call Caucasian Caucasus Mountain. That's where they from. Up there in Russia.
Well, the Caucasus Mountains is like it's North Africa, right? A little bit Eurasia, Afro-Eurasia. I mean, I know it's a little, there's an Africa, it's a little bit up.
It's like in Russia. The Caucasus Mountain. The Caucasus Mountain would be in Russia.
Yeah.
That's where the Blue Dolphin prison is. It's right there in between the Caucasus Mountain and some other big ass mountain. And if you look, I swear to God, bro, you can look this up right now. As soon as we get off, bro, you can look up the Caucasus Mountain and look and type in Neanderthal homes in Caucasus Mountain. Bro, they still got them homes, them caves today that they was living in. They still got them in the mountains today. They still there today. Which proves that them white motherfuckers was living in those motherfucking mountains, and that they are the reason that they lack the melanin because they hid up in the mountains.
Well, remember, you gotta remember though. You gotta remember, first they was still we was ruling 800 years, right? First off, we got 800 years on.
Exactly. We got more than that.
Definitely way more than that. Definitely way more than that.
Way more than that.
They was illiterate at first, so we had to educate them. They had to get educated. Okay,
exactly.
like that took generations. Like it ain't like that wouldn't happen overnight. That took generations on generations, and then by the time they finally got us some decent generations.
And then they caught on to that shit like, okay, this how you walk upright. This how you speak. You know what I mean? They got tired of. Cause man, look, if you read in the Bible, bro, see the Bible got the history backwards. The Bible tells you Abraham came and taught us. Abraham didn't teach us. We taught fucking Abraham. You feel me? We taught Moses.
You went to Egypt to learn too, right? Then all them fools go to Egypt.
Thank you, bro. They all went to Egypt to learn because Kemet was already advanced civilization.
Because we already had this shit.
That's why even their God Bible tells you that God says don't put no other gods before me because I'm a jealous God, which proves their creator wasn't the only creator who was creating shit.
That part.
Which proves that your creator wasn't the only God around. Because if there wasn't no other God around or no other God to be worshipped and he was the only creator around, then who will make them jealous?
That part.
Come on, man. See, these are questions these niggas cannot answer. You get what I'm saying? Because these niggas know that these are academic questions that they can't answer. That's why I asked a nigga the other day. Okay, well, heaven was created when? On the second, third day. So when did hell come about?
What the
Which
hell
day?
going
Which day was hell created on? Remember, in the Bible it says the heavens and all the house was created. I think the third day. It really specifies that and says that, but it never mentions when was hell created. We only know of hell in the New Testament.
on? I
We
mean, well,
read
you
about
know they do all that shit
the
because
lake of
even like
fire and shit.
anything out of Geneva is like is tainted first off because you got the King James and that nigga he was hella he had fucking issues. And it
Yeah,
wasn't like that.
man.
So they picking and choosing where how they want to write it, really what they want to put in there, and they didn't have nothing to even really go off of.
They going off. They going off ancient shit like shit that they see in Kemet. You go to the pyramids, they looking on the walls and shit. That's how they come about with the fucking virgin birth and all that shit. You know what I mean? Then they go to go off the Sumerian tablet. You get what I'm saying? Sumerian tablet, like the Noah story and shit like that. We all know about the flood, about how Enlil created a flood story. He created a flood because his people didn't want to worship him anymore, and he ended up saving one person and his family. We know where that story came from, and when you read about it in Kemet, Kemet got that same story. You get what I'm saying? Read about in China and India, they got these same stories. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, and I
But
remember you
even
said something, bro. I remember you said something. You was like, in the chat, you was like, cause I said something about the flood, and you was like, right, cause how the hell you gonna drown the sea creatures that's already living in the water?
that part, like that would have been a field day for their asses.
Bro,
It would have been the biggest buffet for fishes ever. Like
bro, that was so deadly. I swear to God, I didn't even respond anymore. I was like, damn, I never even thought of it like that.
my girl can't hit me with that one. She the one hit me. She asked me. She was like, "How you drown a sea creature?" I was like, "Oh," to that part. Like, how do you drown a sea animal? Like, if anything, they would be thriving, or they would damn
Exactly,
near be humans, without
cause you remember,
having all our DNA and eating us. So for having a
exactly.
buffet work for us.
And how did a sea creature
Uh,
survive on an ark? How did a sea creature survive on an ark? What he had to build a swimming pool? He had to have some type of ocean or something. You know
well, the
what I
sea
mean?
creatures ain't never been separated. Like it ain't like he had to keep them. I mean, if they flooded, because I was thinking about that. I was talking about that, thinking about it earlier with the Sphinx and the pyramid, and I was thinking about that. What they say, the water corrosion and whatnot like that. They be trying to claim some of the, it got, and then they be trying to use that for the flood, and it's just like something ain't adding up. Like if it was like that, like fish used to be buku amount. I mean, which it is a lot of fish, I guess, but
Yeah, yeah.
still, I mean, we talking piranhas, sharks, like you know what I'm saying, and then not to mention
Alligators,
what about the fucking the dinosaurs, sea
killer
animals? Like
whales.
you
Killer
feel
whales and
like
sharks don't get along. Killer whales actually eat sharks, the great whites. So that's why I'm trying to see like how the fuck did it work out? Unless
killer whales and
that
meat eaters.
yeah, I'm like, hold on real quick. You feel me? The killer whales are the top dominants of the sea. Them the ones that's eating every motherfucking thing, seals
They
and
smart,
everything.
yeah,
You feel?
because
And
they
yeah,
hunt.
and they smart.
They're bats.
They hunting packs. They hunting groups. You
And
know what
they
I
got the
mean?
echo. Is it the echo sonar system, or is that the dolphins
Hell
that have
yeah.
that?
No, they got that motherfucker too, along with the dolphins.
Yeah, the
Hey,
echo system,
dolphins
which
smart
is
too.
like
You know,
super
dolphins they
high
smart
tech.
too. Dolphins hunt.
Right.
They hunt in packs too, and they kill sharks too. But how they kill the shark by knocking the shark over by turning it on his back, and when it turns on his back, it paralyzes the shark.
Right. Who would have
And
thought
you know
flipping
what's
this out,
crazy? They got that from the orcas, bro. They got that from the killer whales.
Yeah,
You know, I watch Animal Planet a lot. You know what I mean? Because I always want to be an animalologist and shit when I was growing up, but I ended up going left instead of going right. You know what I mean? I wanted that to be
yeah.
my plan B, and I found out that the dolphins learned how to do that from the orcas, because the orcas used to hit the great white head on from the side and turn it over and then knock it over on its side and it paralyzes it and it eats it like it eats its liver and just let it bleed out and eventually it just drowns. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's why I'm like, bro, this shit don't make any sense. So where the fuck did he have the dinosaurs at? You know how tall the dinosaur was?
And
How
then,
big the
hey, now
motherfucker
check
was?
this out. Hey, now have you seen that kind of like, okay, now we're on dinosaurs. Have you seen or looked at or like you ever heard about like the dragon or the serpent or whatnot like that?
Like according to the Bible.
Well, in the book in the Bible it mentioned dragons, right? Don't it call them dragons?
Oh well, they call him a snake, they call him a dragon, they call him a serpent. But it's other ancient texts that denotes that. Well, debunks that, saying that it was the serpent that gave it that told Adam and Eve to eat from the what's the name. But
What
it's other,
about
yeah.
what about that rock? Some of that rock and mountain and stuff that look like skin, that look like scales and whatnot. That supposedly is fossilized dinosaurs and are old ass super creatures. Like what is it? Turtle Island, Snake Island, all that shit like that.
I think that's Snake Island. But to me, it's like the same people with the same mindset as the Europeans today. You feel me? We could do the same shit. You get what I'm saying? It's just like creating your own book. You get what I'm saying? With the same mind story, the same shit. We could create our own Bible and we could start promoting that shit. And we can
You
have
think
these
it's made
motherfuckers
up?
doing the same shit. It's that easy. You get what
Like
I'm saying?
giant creatures?
Yeah, it's that easy. I believe that, you could create fossils. You know what I mean? You can create fossils, you know. Uh
Through a fucking lab process. I
yeah,
thought fossilization take years though.
you create a lot of it's some shit that they got, bro, that they got put away that can you can get sick and for the die in 24 hours. They can cure you within the next 2 hours or two. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They just don't.
they been had all that shit. I know.
They just don't want. That shit costs money. Why you think they killed that black old man? That was debunking their ass and saying
Dr.
that,
Simi?
yeah. Why you think
Dr.
they
Simi?
killed that? Yeah. Why you think they killed that nigga off? That nigga was exposing their ass. He was like, nigga, we got the minerals and the resources. We don't need that shit from them. They got it too. Where you think they got it from? They got the shit from Africa. We showed them how to make the shit naturally, and then they bring it here and they create a genetic form of the shit. You get what
That
I'm
part.
saying? Give us the fake shit, and they keep that real shit because that real shit what's cost the money. That's the shit the celebrities getting. They the ones spending that 1.5 million dollars. You know what I mean? On that shit to cure cancer within a week. You feel me? I'm
Yeah.
telling you, bro.
Man,
They
look
got
at
this shit.
hey dude, you mind pulling some can you ever look I went and looked it up. It's a little spot, some islands over over by off the coast of Argentina.
Oh yeah. I heard about it. You know what? I sent the
Nigga.
brother about a post on that the other day. Over
Go to
about
your
that.
Google Maps, nigga. Pull up, go to your maps, go to your GPS, go to the real time to the land, the real pictures, and look and take a look, see dog. Left of Argentina.
I ain't on that right now.
Yeah,
I ain't on my
yeah.
computer right now.
When you get a chance, yeah, dog, nigga. It look like it do look like it do look like it could be like it
A,
might just from the landmass and the area.
a dinosaur fossil.
bigger than that. It looked like what they call this. It looked like a snake head or the head of a, I guess, a snake or dragon. But that hoe is huge. Like, and it do shape out just like it. If you look at like, you definitely got a neck for sure. You got a neck and a head.
Still there?
It creeped me out when I looked at it. When I seen it and I was zoomed out and saw it. I was like, yeah, dude, it definitely looked like it for sure.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out because I already looked at the one up there you said in Ireland, right? I know you said Argentina. See, they got one up there in Ireland and shit where they try to say that this supposed to be Noah's Ark. It's some big ass shape. Look like some big. It look like a
A
ark.
rectangle.
Yeah, it look like they said it's supposed to. They said it's the same cubit as the ark, but many scholars went out there and they debunked it because it wasn't the same cubit. But many believe that is supposed to be like the Noah's Ark, and many believe that Ethiopia got the Ark of the Covenant.
I mean, they acting like that Ark of the Covenant means some shit. It ain't. What is it doing for Ethiopia? I mean, they ain't no powerhouse for weaponry. Like they
Yeah,
are.
come on, whoever possesses Ark of the Covenant is supposedly be protected by the Most High. Nobody's supposed to conquer them, or because you do know that Ethiopia have never been
That part.
colonized.
Yeah, they never got fucked with.
Yeah, they never got colonized and shit. Them Libya, but if you look at the history of Libya, Libya was supposedly been created by the white people for African Americans who wanted to leave America and come back to Africa.
For Libya?
Yeah, in Libya.
Well, ancient Libya.
I mean, not Libya. My fault. No, I'm sorry. Not Libya.
Oh,
Liberia.
Liberia.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Liberia. It's called
Liberia.
Liberia. Liberia.
Liberia.
Yeah. It's a country. It's a country that Europeans. It's one of those countries. It's either Liberia or Libya. It's one of those countries that the Europeans supposed to have created for the white, or not white, but for the African Americans who wanted to leave America and go back to Africa and like start new life, new family and shit like that in Africa. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, I know
Yeah,
they
it's
got.
one of those countries.
Yeah.
I know it's one country
Dog.
that they created. I got to shit. When I shit, I'm gonna send that bitch to the group chat.
They tend to forget about Nubia.
Oh yeah, man. Well, I don't even want to forget.
You
You know
know.
what?
You know why
I was just talking to JJ 7000, right? And he was just talking about Nubia, and he talking about Nubia and the Kemetic War and shit. And and I had to tell him like, well, since we on this, and you making posts about this, let's go ahead and talk about this. And I was like, well, yeah, they don't want to bring up Nubia because a lot of niggas know that Nubia and Kemet, they was at war with each other. You know what I mean? Over further parts of the land. You get what I'm saying? We do got that in Kemetic records showing that the Kemetics and the Nubians was at war. Many times Kemetics had enslaved Nubians. Many times Nubians enslaved Kemetics. It was like a back and forth thing. That was like neighbors. You had Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt that knew of each
all
other. You get
pissed.
what I'm saying?
Land
They knew of each
land
other.
pissed.
Exactly. Today, Nubia will be called Sudan today. Then you got Egypt, which was back then called Kemet, now called Egypt under Alexander the Great. It's called Egypt of Alexandria. We all know that. We all know that Alexandria renamed Egypt renamed Kemet and called it Egypt. You get what I'm saying? And we know that the Egyptians never called their pharaohs pharaohs. We know that pharaoh just means the great house or the great palace. They just where the king dwelled. He dwelled in the pharaoh. You get what I'm saying? He dwelled in the pharaoh, which means the great house. You can look it up. It's there. They don't want to see it because they don't want to accept it. You get what I'm saying? They don't want to accept it. Oh, you're using Google, you're using Wikipedia. So that's when you hit them with this. So what search engine do you use? Since you don't use Google, you don't use Wikipedia as your search engine. to research your stuff on. So what search engine do you use? Do you use Yahoo? You know,
That
no,
part.
I don't use Yahoo. So what do you use then? I need to know what search engine you use since you don't use Google.
Ugh.
I love using that, bro. Every time they say, "Oh man, look, he a Google thumper," or he's showing Wikipedia. Okay, so what search engine do you prefer? If
I'm
you don't
just like,
consider this, you know,
when they show me evidence going against it, is all I'm saying. I'm like, I don't give a damn what it says. You better have some evidence going against it. Do you have evidence? You know what I'm saying?
man, that should be funny as hell, man. But they don't want to talk about the Nubians at all. Because you know what's crazy, man? They be bringing up these little memes and shit of slaves, right? In Kemet, and they try to say these are Hebrew Israelites. Man, you can get off this panel right now. You type in Nubian slaves and Kemet. On my mama, them same memes the Hebrews use. The same memes the Hebrews use to say that that's them. They're those their ancestors. It's going to say those are Nubians, bro. I done debunked many niggas on that many times. I had one nigga show me the same meme. He showed me the same meme. I said, watch this. Tapped in, I typed it in. I said, look, bro, does that not say Nubians? So why are you trying to say those are Hebrew Israelites, nigga? They don't even have the name Hebrew Israelites on there. I even showed them where it says these are Nubian slaves printed on the wall in Kemet. Told you. Easy debunk. Easy debunk. I be debunking niggas easy. They don't want to talk about none of that shit, man. All the niggas want to do is stay under the comments or comment in the group chat back and forth about nothing. About nothing. For real. Then we're gonna be for an hour now. Chopping it up, getting it in. We say you're trying to go again. Hey Silk, you still there?
Oh yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. My bad. I had my fucking mic muted.
Oh
Yeah, I
no,
was
you
just
good.
saying.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
I
take
was
it
just telling
forward.
them, I'm like, shit. I was just telling them, like, shit, man. They gotta stop being so surface value, dog. Like they don't study hard enough. I'm like, I'm able to find shit every time I say some shit. I got some sources to back that shit up. Them motherfuckers don't be having sources. Then when they do have the sources, I'm finding sources going against their sources. So I'm like, nah, nigga, we gotta rule it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or you gotta come with some better sources to back up your source. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shoot me at some sources, I'm shooting some sources, and if I find some sources making your shit look bad, you just gonna have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, my sources, when I drop them, they don't check out and come bite me back in the ass. My sources work for me in my favor, type shit. Yeah, man.
What would it say? Alright, then I'm gonna get on a little move real quick, Silk. You get what I'm saying? On me, shit, it was
Oh, that's
nice
a
to
bit,
chop
yeah,
up,
man.
chopping up with.
Yeah, we'll pick that all back up whenever, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pick that back up where we left off real quick. On me, Shalai, peace to you guys. You be easy out there, Silk. You be easy out there, Silk.
All right, that's a bit.